Foo Fighters, a journey of rock and resilience. Hello, rock lovers. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to delve into the history of one of the most iconic and resilient bands in the contemporary music scene, the Foo Fighters. Led by the charismatic Dave Grohl, former drummer of one of the greatest bands of all time, Nirvana, the Foo Fighters transcended the shadow of their past to build a legacy of their own, full of hits, memorable shows, and an unparalleled connection with their fans. Get ready for a sonic and historical journey. History and formation. From Nirvana to the Foo Fighters phenomenon, the story of the Foo Fighters begins in a very peculiar way. After the tragic death of Kurt Cobain and the end of Nirvana in 1994, Dave Grohl, in an act of catharsis and creativity, decided to channel his energy into a new project. He went into the studio and in just 6 days, recorded virtually all the tracks for what would become the band's debut album, released in 1995. It was a solo project disguised as a band, with the name Foo Fighters, a reference to unidentified flying objects sighted by pilots during World War II. Grohl wanted to maintain a certain anonymity. With the success of the album, Dave realized that he needed a real band to take his music to the stage. It was then that he recruited bassist Nate Mendel and drummer William Goldsmith, both from the band Sunny Day Real Estate, as well as guitarist Pat Smear, who had previously played with Nirvana on tour. The Foo Fighters' first public performance took place in February 1995, marking the beginning of a journey that would lead them to global stardom. Over the years, the band went through a few lineup changes. William Goldsmith left the band during the recording of their second album, The Color and the Shape 1997, with Dave Grohl re-recording the drum parts. Shortly after, Pat Smear also left, being replaced by Taylor Hawkins on drums and Franz Stahl on guitar. Later, Chris Schiff would take over on guitar, and more recently, Rami Jaffee would join as keyboardist, solidifying the lineup we know and love. Current members and fun facts you need to know. The current lineup of Foo Fighters consists of Dave Grohl on vocals and guitar, Nate Mendel on bass, Pat Smear and Chris Schiff on guitars, and Rami Jaffee on keyboards. And, of course, until recently, we had the legendary Taylor Hawkins on drums, who left us prematurely in 2022. But more on that soon. Now, let's look at some interesting facts that make the Foo Fighters even more fascinating. The name and UFOs. As we mentioned, the name Foo Fighters is a tribute to reports by World War II pilots about unexplained aerial phenomena. Dave Grohl, an enthusiast of the subject, chose a name to give an air of mystery to the project. The broken leg and the rock throne. Who doesn't remember 2015, when Dave Grohl broke his leg during a show in Sweden? What did he do? He returned to the stage on a guitar throne, specially designed for him, and finished the show. A true example of dedication and passion for music. Grammy collectors. The Foo Fighters are true champions of the Grammy Awards with 15 awards, including 5 times for Best Rock Album. In 2021, they were honored with a Global Icon Award at the MTV Video Music Awards, a well-deserved recognition for their lasting influence and impact. Documentary to comedic horror. The band isn't limited to music. They released the acclaimed documentary Foo Fighters, Back and Forth, which chronicles their career and even ventured into fill with the comedy horror film studio 666. The loss of Taylor Hawkins and continuity. In March 2022, the rock world was shaken by the tragic and unexpected death of Taylor Hawkins, the beloved drummer of the Foo Fighters. His energy, charisma, and talent were unmistakable, and his absence left a huge void. The band, and especially Dave Grohl, faced a period of deep mourning and uncertainty about the future. After a time of reflection and emotional tributes, the Foo Fighters decided to continue, a testament to the strength of their friendship and the legacy they built together. The difficult task of finding a new drummer fell to Josh Freese, an extremely talented and respected musician, who took over the drumsticks and helped the band move forward, releasing the album. But here we are in 2023, a work full of emotion and resilience. Gene Dolabella, the Brazilian touch on the Foo Fighters drums. And now, the question that won't go away and that has been stirring up the rock community, especially in Brazil. Will we have a Brazilian drummer in the Foo Fighters? Recently, with the departure of Josh Freese, speculation about who would take over the band's drums reached a new level. And the name that has been circulating the most, with great enthusiasm, is that of Gene Dolabella, former drummer of the band Sepultura. The signs are very positive and have piqued fans' curiosity. Gene Dolabella has been posting enigmatic posts on her social media, with broken drumsticks on a Foo Fighters sticker, generating a wave of theories. Furthermore, Gene's relationship with Dave Grohl is closer than many imagine. Gene moved to Los Angeles, where Grohl lives, and his former band has already opened shows for Foo Fighters. There are reports that Gene is already recorded in the band studio, and Dave Grohl has already publicly expressed his admiration for Sepultura, which suggests a musical affinity. To top it all off, Gene Dolabella paid an emotional tribute to Taylor Hawkins, which was interpreted by many as a sign of her connection and respect for the band. Although there is no official confirmation, the possibility of a Brazilian talent like Gene Dolabella joining a band of the caliber of the Foo Fighters is something that fills us with pride and expectation. The Foo Fighters are more than a rock band. They are a symbol of resilience, passion, and the ability to reinvent themselves. With a rich history, full of hits and memorable moments, they continue to inspire millions of fans around the world. And now, with the possibility of a Brazilian touch in their lineup, the band's future looks even more exciting. What do you think of this possible union? Leave your comment below and share your opinion. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content about the world of music. Until next time,